chosen one. In a world that never understands your vision, you are standing alone. Every step you take, every choice you make, feels heavier than the last. Yet, it is in this solitude, in this silence, that Allah is shaping your destiny. One decision, made in faith and courage, can change everything, not just your life, but the lives of everyone around you. Today, we will uncover 7 powerful lessons for Allah's chosen ones. Lessons that reveal why your struggles, your patience, and your solitary choices are not obstacles, but signs of your elevation. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you will understand the divine power behind the choices you make alone. Chosen one, understand this. The moments when you feel most alone are the very moments when Allah is preparing you for your greatest elevation, and your solitude is not a curse, but a divine blessing wrapped in disguise. The world may whisper that being alone is weakness, that the absence of guidance or companionship is a sign that you are lost, but in reality, these moments are the fertile ground where your faith, your clarity, and your courage are being cultivated. Remember the stories of the prophets. Prophet Ibrahim, peace be upon him, faced the terrifying choice to leave everything familiar, standing alone against a society that rejected truth. Prophet Musa, peace be upon him, spent nights in reflection and isolation before confronting Pharaoh. Even Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, experienced moments of profound solitude in the cave of Hira before delivering the message that would change humanity forever. In those moments when no one sees, when no one understands, and when the world seems to weigh on your shoulders, Allah is silently shaping your heart, refining your intentions, and sharpening your vision. Solitude allows you to hear the subtle guidance of Allah, free from the distractions of human voices, free from the pull of fear, judgment, or expectation. It is in these silent hours that your trust in Allah deepens, your reliance on Him becomes unshakable, and your ability to act decisively is strengthened. Your strength does not come from approval, support, or recognition. It comes from the divine connection you nurture when the world is silent and only Allah is watching. So do not fear your loneliness, chosen one, for it is a sacred space where your spirit is being fortified, your mind sharpened, and your heart aligned with the divine plan. Every tear, every prayer whispered in the dark, every moment you stand firm despite isolation, is a step closer to the moment when your solitary decision will ripple across time and change everything, not because of human power, but because Allah is behind it, and your solitude is the secret power no one else can touch. Chosen one, never underestimate the weight of a single decision. For one moment of courage, one choice made with sincerity and conviction, can alter the trajectory of your life in ways that no one, not even you, can fully comprehend. And it is in these decisive moments that Allah demonstrates the profound truth that destiny is not random, but meticulously designed for those who trust Him. Every act of obedience, every step toward righteousness, every decision to stand firm against fear, temptation, or pressure carries consequences that ripple far beyond your immediate perception, touching lives, shaping realities, and influencing futures in ways unseen by the human eye. Remember Prophet Yusuf, peace be upon him, whose steadfast decision to resist wrongdoing and maintain his integrity in the face of betrayal and imprisonment ultimately led not only to his elevation, but also to the salvation of entire nations. Recall Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, whose choice to persist in delivering Allah's message, despite relentless opposition and personal danger, transformed the course of history forever. Your decision, no matter how small it may seem in this moment, is a point where the invisible intersects with the visible, where your faith meets divine orchestration, and where Allah's wisdom begins to unfold in ways only He can orchestrate. Do not be swayed by doubt, fear, or the opinions of those who cannot perceive the significance of your choice, for it is precisely when the world is unaware, when the weight rests solely on your shoulders, that the power of your decision is magnified and the blessings hidden within it are multiplied. Every hesitation overcome, every step taken in faith, every moment you choose righteousness over convenience, patience over impulsiveness, trust over doubt, becomes a force that reshapes your path and influences the world around you, proving that Allah's plan works through the courage of the chosen ones. And one decision made alone, with a heart aligned to Him, can indeed shift the future, open doors that seemed closed forever, and place you exactly where Allah intended for you to be, at the right time, in the right place, ready to fulfill the destiny only He could have prepared. Chosen one, understand that every trial, every hardship, every moment of struggle that you face is not meant to break you, to punish you, or to make you question your worth, but rather to prepare you for a destiny so grand, so profound, that the human mind cannot yet grasp its magnitude. And it is in the crucible of these tests that Allah refines your character, strengthens your faith, and purifies your intentions, molding you into a vessel capable of carrying the responsibilities He has destined for you. The challenges you encounter, the betrayal of those you trusted, the opportunities that vanish, the obstacles that seem insurmountable, are not signs of divine abandonment, but evidence that Allah is actively shaping your path, ensuring that when the moment comes to act, your heart, mind, and soul are aligned perfectly with His wisdom. Consider the prophets before you. Prophet Ayub, peace be upon him, endured unimaginable suffering, yet his patience, unwavering trust, and steadfast devotion became a beacon of inspiration for the ages. Prophet Musa, peace be upon him, faced opposition, danger, and uncertainty before leading an entire nation to liberation, and his trials were the very tools that strengthened his resolve, sharpened his leadership, and prepared him for the monumental responsibility placed upon him by Allah. Your own tests, no matter how heavy or isolating they may feel, serve a similar divine purpose. They teach endurance while cultivating resilience. They expose the weaknesses in your heart so that they may be transformed into unwavering faith, and they challenge your patience so that it becomes a fortress against despair, doubt, and distraction. Every obstacle you overcome in solitude, every moment you rise after falling, every hardship endured with sincerity and submission to Allah's will, is secretly preparing you for a breakthrough that the world cannot yet comprehend, a moment where your decisions, your strength, and your faith converge to reveal the divine plan that has been quietly unfolding through every trial. Do not despise the tests, chosen one, for they are your preparation, your silent training ground, and your divine proof that you are being equipped for greatness. Every tear shed, every prayer whispered, every act of patience is a step toward the moment when your trials transform into triumph, your struggles into strength, and your preparation into the unstoppable force that Allah has destined for you to become. Chosen one, understand that in every moment of waiting, in every pause between effort and reward, Allah's timing is at work, orchestrating events, aligning circumstances, and weaving together pieces of your destiny that the human eye cannot yet see. And it is in this divine timing that your faith is tested, your patience refined, and your heart prepared for the magnitude of the blessings that await you. The world may rush, urging you to force outcomes, to seek instant results, or to follow the pace of people around you. But the chosen ones understand that rushing is not the path to success, and impatience only clouds the clarity of the vision Allah has already placed in your heart. Recall the stories of the prophets, for they were all subject to the perfect timing of Allah. Prophet Yusuf, peace be upon him, spent years in a prison that seemed endless. Yet every day, every hardship, every moment of solitude was a thread in the tapestry that led him to the throne, to reunion with his family, and to the fulfillment of Allah's promise. Prophet Musa, peace be upon him, waited decades in preparation, guidance, and learning before he confronted Pharaoh and led his people to liberation, demonstrating that the preparation, the waiting, and the refining moments were all essential for the success of the mission entrusted to him. Your own life follows this divine law. The doors that remain closed, the people who do not yet understand your journey, and the opportunities that seem delayed are all part of Allah's plan, positioning you for the exact moment when your effort, your decision, and your faith intersect with His will, producing outcomes far greater than what your imagination could create. Every setback, every delay, every unanswered prayer is a hidden blessing, a sign that Allah is orchestrating events with precision, and that your breakthrough is being preserved for the perfect moment when it will have the maximum impact not only for your life, but for the lives of those you are destined to influence. Trust, chosen one, that nothing happens too early and nothing happens too late. The perfect time is when Allah decides, and His timing is flawless, unmatched by the urgency of the world or the impatience of the human heart. While you wait, strengthen your connection with Allah through prayer, reflection, and reliance, for in these moments your trust is being transformed into unshakable faith, and your patience is being multiplied into a powerful shield that prepares you to receive the blessings that are already written for you. Do not despair in waiting, do not falter in uncertainty, and do not question the silence, for the quiet moments are the fertile ground where your destiny is being sown, where your efforts are being multiplied unseen, and where your heart is being molded to handle what only Allah can provide. Remember, chosen one, that the universe obeys Allah's timing, not the world's schedule, and your life unfolds according to His wisdom. The moments of delay are not denials, they are divine appointments, ensuring that when the time comes for your decision, your elevation, and your breakthrough, everything will converge perfectly, leaving no room for regret, no space for failure, and no doubt about the hand of Allah working tirelessly behind the scenes to fulfill the promise He has written for you, because those who trust in His timing, remain patient in His delays, and rely on His wisdom, are the ones who see miracles unfold, doors open, and destinies transformed in ways the human mind could never engineer. Chosen one, understand that true courage is not the absence of fear, but the decision to act righteously in spite of it. And it is this courage that defines your legacy, shapes your destiny, and marks you as one of Allah's chosen. For the moments when you stand firm, even when the world trembles, are the very moments when Allah's power flows through you, transforming your actions into miracles that ripple far beyond what the human eye can perceive. Your legacy is not built through ease, approval, or comfort, but through the steadfastness of your faith, the bravery to uphold truth, and the willingness to make decisions that are difficult, unpopular, or misunderstood, because the chosen ones are never called to follow the path of least resistance, but to walk the path of divine alignment, even when it is lonely, daunting, or filled with obstacles that test every fiber of their being. Every great prophet and servant of Allah before you exemplified this truth. Prophet Ibrahim, peace be upon him, faced the fire of tyranny and the rejection of his people, yet his courage to submit fully to Allah's command became a beacon of unwavering faith. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, endured ridicule, persecution, and battles against overwhelming odds. Yet he remained steadfast, for he understood that true courage lies not in avoiding adversity, but in confronting it with trust in Allah's wisdom. Prophet Musa, peace be upon him, faced Pharaoh's tyranny, armed with nothing but divine guidance and personal resolve. Yet he pressed forward, knowing that courage backed by faith creates outcomes far beyond human capability. Your courage, chosen one, is the bridge between where you are and where Allah intends for you to be. And it is this courage that transforms ordinary decisions into divine interventions, ordinary efforts into historical turning points, and ordinary lives into testaments of Allah's power. When you make a choice grounded in bravery, patience, and reliance on Allah, even when no one stands with you, you set in motion a series of events that can change the course of your family, community, and even nations. Your courage becomes a silent instruction to others, showing them the power of faith, the strength in obedience, and the rewards of perseverance. For people may not see the fear you overcame, but they will witness the impact of the decisions you made with bravery and conviction. Remember, chosen one, that every moment of hesitation conquered, every risk taken for the sake of truth, and every act of righteousness performed despite opposition is a thread in the fabric of your legacy, and Allah magnifies these threads, weaving them into a tapestry of influence, honor, and remembrance that no one can erase. Your courage is not for fleeting recognition or worldly applause, but for the eternal imprint it leaves on hearts, communities, and generations yet to come. Even when the world questions, mocks, or misunderstands you, know that your legacy is being written by the hand of Allah, strengthened by every trial, every act of faith, and every brave decision you make alone, for it is precisely in these moments that your identity as a chosen one is solidified, your position in divine history is secured, and your name is destined to echo in ways only Allah can orchestrate. Chosen one, never underestimate the power of courage exercised with wisdom, patience, and sincerity, for it is courage that transforms ordinary moments into divine miracles, fear into faith, hesitation into action, and temporary trials into eternal triumphs. The courage you demonstrate today, in the face of uncertainty, isolation, or opposition, will define the story of your life, the imprint of your soul, and the legacy you leave behind, because Allah's chosen ones are never remembered for their comfort, but for their unwavering bravery, their steadfastness in truth, and their ability to act decisively when the stakes are highest, knowing fully that when courage and faith unite, even a single decision can reverberate across time, change destinies, and fulfill the divine will that has been quietly shaping their lives from the beginning. Chosen one, know this: the greatest guidance, the clearest path, and the most profound understanding in life do not come from the opinions of others, the noise of the world, or the fleeting advice of those who do not see the greater plan, but from sincere prayer, reflection, and communion with Allah, for it is in the quiet moments of devotion, in the stillness of your heart, and in the solitude of your connection with the Most High that the veil is lifted, insight is granted, and the clarity necessary to make life-altering decisions is revealed. Every prophet, every messenger, every chosen servant of Allah, before you relied on this sacred process to navigate challenges that seemed insurmountable, dangers that appeared inevitable, and choices that carried consequences beyond human comprehension. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, retreated to the cave of Hira, seeking clarity and divine connection before delivering the message that would transform the world. And in that solitude, the path forward was illuminated. Prophet Musa, peace be upon him, would withdraw into reflection before confronting Pharaoh, praying for courage, guidance, and discernment. And it was in these moments of communion with Allah that the direction, the strategy, and the strength to act decisively were granted. Prophet Ibrahim, peace be upon him, sought understanding and reassurance from Allah in the quiet of contemplation before making decisions that would challenge the norms of his society and alter the course of generations. Your own life mirrors this divine principle. In moments of confusion, indecision, or uncertainty, when the world's distractions cloud your judgment, it is prayer that aligns your heart with the wisdom of Allah. It is reflection that separates fleeting emotions from eternal truth. And it is sincere supplication that opens the doors to insights no one else can provide. Every step you take toward Allah in prayer, every whisper of dua from the depths of your soul, every moment you spend contemplating His signs, His wisdom, and His guidance, becomes a channel through which clarity flows, transforming uncertainty into purpose, hesitation into confidence, and doubt into unwavering conviction. The chosen ones understand that human effort alone cannot produce this level of discernment. It is through reliance on Allah, through moments of solitude, and through dedicated reflection that the path becomes illuminated and the right decisions reveal themselves, even when they are difficult, unpopular, or misunderstood by the world. Clarity is not instant, and sometimes it is shrouded by trials, distractions, and the apparent chaos of life. Yet persistence in prayer and reflection gradually removes the fog, aligning your mind, heart, and soul with divine guidance, ensuring that when you act, your decisions are not driven by impulse, fear, or fleeting desire, but by wisdom, insight, and the steady hand of Allah guiding you toward what is best for your destiny, your purpose, and the people you are meant to influence. Remember, chosen one, that clarity comes to those who seek it sincerely, not to those who rush or demand immediate answers. And it is in the repetition of prayer, the quiet contemplation of life's lessons, and the sincere dialogue with Allah that understanding is unlocked, revealing the choices that carry eternal impact, the actions that shape futures, and the direction that aligns perfectly with divine will. When you commit to seeking clarity through prayer and reflection, your decisions carry a weight that resonates with purpose. Your actions become infused with divine wisdom, and your path is illuminated even amidst darkness, confusion, and opposition, for Allah does not leave His chosen ones unguided, and every sincere effort to connect, reflect, and seek guidance is met with insight, courage, and direction beyond what human perception can imagine. Chosen one, your clarity is your armor, your compass, and your divine advantage. Through prayer, reflection, and deep communion with Allah, you gain access to understanding that no worldly advice can replicate. foresight that transcends human logic, and the power to make decisions that not only change your life, but influence generations, alter destinies, and fulfill the purpose for which Allah has singled you out, prepared you, and strengthened you. For the clarity granted through divine connection ensures that every choice you make, every step you take, and every decision carried out in sincerity is not merely your own, but a manifestation of Allah's wisdom, orchestrating a path of triumph, blessing, and fulfillment that the world may never see but will undoubtedly feel. And it is through this sacred process that the chosen ones stand firm, act decisively, and navigate life with the certainty that comes only from Allah's guidance. For clarity born of prayer and reflection transforms ordinary souls into vessels of divine impact, ordinary decisions into turning points of destiny, and ordinary lives into legacies that echo through time, unseen yet profoundly felt, guiding others by the light of wisdom, courage, and unwavering trust in the Most High. Chosen one, understand this truth deeply. Every decision you make, every step you take, every act of faith, courage, or patience, even when undertaken alone and in silence, carries a power that goes far beyond what the eye can see. And while the world may not immediately recognize the significance of your choices, the hearts of those around you feel the ripples, the shifts, and the quiet influence of your actions. For Allah's chosen ones possess a presence and impact that cannot be measured by applause, recognition, or acknowledgement, but is instead manifested in the unseen transformations of lives, the subtle awakening of faith in others, and the inspiration that flows silently through the ripple effects of their steadfast obedience, trust, and courage. Your decisions, made with sincerity, integrity, and reliance on Allah, are like stones thrown into a still pond. The first splash may be small, almost unnoticed, but the ripples travel far, reaching places, hearts, and souls you may never even encounter, shaping realities, opening doors, and illuminating paths in ways that human understanding cannot fathom. Recall the examples of the prophets and the righteous before you. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, needed no worldly recognition to validate his mission. His commitment, sincerity, and courage inspired entire generations, leaving an enduring legacy that continues to guide humanity across centuries. Prophet Ibrahim, peace be upon him, did not wait for approval or understanding from his society when he stood firm in his faith. Yet his unwavering stance against idolatry became a luminous example of devotion that transformed nations and became a source of inspiration for all who followed. Even the companions of the prophets, those who witnessed trials, sacrifices, and moments of divine testing, were inspired not merely by words, but by the courage, faith, and decisiveness they observed. Silently learning, adopting, and spreading the strength they saw reflected in those chosen to act according to Allah's will. Your decisions, chosen one, operate in the same divine mechanism. The moment you choose truth over compromise, patience over haste, submission over rebellion, and integrity over convenience, you are sending a message more powerful than any sermon, speech, or advice. For actions grounded in faith resonate with the natural rhythm of the universe, touch souls without effort, and inspire hearts without proclamation, and this influence often surpasses what words can communicate. For sincerity, conviction, and courage carry a frequency that is inherently recognized by those attuned to the light of righteousness. Do not underestimate the silent power of your choices. Even in isolation, even when unnoticed, even when misunderstood. Your decision is a beacon for others, a silent lesson, and a testament to the divine guidance that flows through you, proving that leadership, influence, and inspiration do not always require speech, visibility, or worldly recognition, but rather the quiet, steadfast commitment to act in alignment with Allah's wisdom and your purpose. Every trial you endure, every challenge you overcome, every moral stand you take, and every moment you act with integrity sends waves of transformation outward. Children, families, friends, communities, and even generations yet unborn feel the energy of your faith, the depth of your patience, and the strength of your trust in Allah. And while the world may mistake silence for weakness or solitude for insignificance, Allah sees, records, and amplifies the unseen impact of your choices, turning them into sources of guidance, hope, and inspiration that can change lives far beyond your imagination. Chosen one, your decision is never just yours. It is a divine instrument, a channel through which Allah teaches, uplifts, and guides those around you, and it is through this quiet influence that true leadership, true legacy, and true impact are established. For the hearts of people are more receptive to the example of living faith than to empty words. And when your decisions are aligned with courage, wisdom, patience, and sincerity, they become living sermons, silent messages of hope, and reflections of Allah's power at work in human life. Your influence does not require recognition. Your legacy does not require validation. Your impact does not need applause, for the ripples of a single decision made in faith, even in silence, can inspire generations, awaken souls, illuminate paths, and leave a mark that eternity itself cannot erase, proving that the chosen ones are instruments of Allah's wisdom, vessels of His guidance, and beacons of inspiration whose decisions, actions, and lives are lessons in themselves, spoken without words, understood without explanation, and felt without seeing. And it is in this divine reality that the quiet power of the chosen ones emerges, transforming the world not through force, but through faith, not through declaration, but through action, and not through visibility, but through the unseen threads of influence woven by every choice made in alignment with Allah's will. For your decision, chosen one, is never solitary, never insignificant, and never unnoticed by the one who guides destinies, orchestrates lives, and inspires hearts in ways the human mind can scarcely comprehend. Chosen one, after hearing these 7 powerful lessons, understand this: your life is not random, your struggles are not meaningless, and your decisions, especially the ones you make alone, are shaping destinies far beyond your sight. Every moment of patience, every act of courage, every prayer whispered in the quiet of your heart, and every decision made in faith is a thread in the tapestry of your divine legacy. Allah has singled you out, prepared you, and placed you in a position where even silence, solitude, and struggle are tools of elevation. Remember, chosen one, that you are never alone. Even when the world does not see, Allah is guiding, protecting, and multiplying your efforts in ways no one else can witness. Your decisions inspire without words, your patience teaches without proclamation, and your trust in Allah illuminates paths for others even when you walk unseen. So stand firm, act with conviction, and continue making choices aligned with faith, courage, and sincerity, because the ripple of your obedience is shaping a future you cannot yet imagine. Today, You may feel alone in your journey, but know this: one decision made in submission to Allah can change everything, transform your life, and leave a legacy that echoes through generations. Chosen one, your story is being written by the one who never errs, the one who sees what no one else sees, and the one who can turn every trial into triumph, every hardship into elevation, and every choice into a testament of his power. Walk forward with faith, because your time is coming, your impact is inevitable, and your destiny, though unseen now, is unstoppable.